Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to part 33 of Season 2 of our Neil Robertson Pro career on Snooker 19. And today is the turn of the angry farmer, David Gilbert, in the first round of the Coral Players Championship after we won our third trophy of the career mode at the Snooker Shootout last time out. It's a really special one, something a bit different, and to be fair, a very hard tournament to win, but we got a lot of luck. We played a very good frame against John Higgins in the final, and we went and won. So on the back of that £32,000 in terms of prize money, we're hoping to go just one better today and try and win the Coral Players Championship. And that'll only start with a victory against David Gilbert, a player that in 102 episodes of this series we have not played once. But the Angry Farmer, a very good player, got to the semi-final of the World Championships in real life last year before losing a final frame decider against John Higgins. And he's a very good player and definitely no slouch. But we have some new clothing, so I thought, why not? Let's wear the new clothing for this match. Now, if I can remember, it's like a, what's it called now? There we go, fuchsia. We've got some fuchsia stuff, so we might as well have some fuchsia stuff, haven't we? There we go. Ooh, very nice. I don't think we've got fuchsia trousers, so I think we can be quite alright with that. We'll wear a fuchsia tie. Again, I don't think we've got fuchsia shoes, but we'll rock that look for a few episodes. Look very fancy in the fuchsia shirt. But yeah, we might as well use what we won the shootout with, but without any further ado, let's get on to the Players' Championship. Of course, only the top 16 players in this tournament, and in the Coral Tour Championship, it comes up later, only the top 8 in that tournament, which makes it so imperative that over the next two tournaments, this tournament and the Gibraltar Open, that we give a good performance to give ourselves the best chance of qualifying for that Tour Championship by getting back inside the top 8. It's not been a great season for us, but there's a potential 5 tournaments left. This tournament, the Gibraltar Open, the Tour Championship, the China Open, followed by the biggest event, of course, of them all, the Betfred World Championship. But today could be just a start. Could be the start of a magical end to the season, or it could be the first of 4 episodes where we lose every match, and that's the end of the season. But let's not be so cynical. Look at that fancy clothing. I mean, David Gilbert's got nothing on that fuchsia shirt, has he? But it's a best of 5. A long match, really, considering what we've been playing in the Snooker Shootout. We're back to a normal format, back to something that we enjoy and know a lot of. I'll tell you what, Neil Robertson looks more like Barney than a bloody snooker player in that sort of clothing. But a good break off there. Also making the first break off the best of 5. Of course, first player to 3 frames in today's match will go through to the last 8. Hope you guys are good. Again, I'm really enjoying this series, and it seems like you guys are too, which is fantastic to see. And that's a little bit of a loose safety shot there from Dave Gilbert. So we have the first chance to get in this match.
That was a really tough shot, and it hasn't worked out all that well.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
That was a good red. Now, so we take the risk on the black. I don't think we do. I don't think it's worth bothering. Luckily, we've got more than 20 seconds to think about our shots here. It's just if we miss it, we open up the reds. I'm going to play a fairly conservative shot. And the black's there. That's all that matters. And that is a decent split. Again, we weren't going for the most aggressive split in the world because I wasn't sure whether we'd pot it or not. But that is not awfully bad. I mean, we've got a bit of an awkward shot to come here on the red, which is the best shot to play. But fingers crossed it goes in. And fingers crossed our decision to open up the reds will work.
An easy one, but a half chance.
Looks good, and it's there. So a decent start to this match in the balls, and we'll have to open up again to give ourselves a strong chance of winning the frame. But we're looking okay at the moment. It was really a poor safety shot from Dave. So we've got first chance here in this first frame. Look at him, he's just smiling. Doesn't stop smiling. Going to play this edge red. I was going to go for this one, but this gives us a little bit better position on the blue, which is what we're going to stay at the moment. So I think I'm a bit more comfortable with the blue, given that all the reds are quite a way above the black that we're aiming for. So it does make screw a little bit awkward when you're playing the black. But we're actually dead on level with the blue, which is not really what we want. We want to be a little bit further above the blue. But it's okay. We haven't got too much of an issue. We've got a few reds we can pick, so we can be flexible. But again, I was finding this first frame of a match, again, it's a bit different to real life. I admit I don't practice before we sit down and play a match. So this first frame is a great opportunity just to get in the balls, get comfortable, and then really start to build some momentum in the coming frames. Just going to follow through here. It's always a little bit of risk involved, especially if you overhit these, because effectively what we're doing is just playing the cue ball towards that towards that middle pocket. But actually, I don't really fancy that shot. It wasn't the best in the world, but we've got this straight red on. So I think what we'll do, we'll try it again on the blue, if you like, this time. Try that shot again. But seeing as it's pretty much a straight shot on this red, it seems silly not to miss out on giving it a whirl.
That's an excellent pot.
But ultimately, we've got to open up these reds at one point. Our plan is, thinking a shot ahead, is to go for the blue now, make sure we do get on this red. I mean, it is a bit of a risk this time because we're not going to be on anything else if we don't get on the red. And then just play down the table, get the black, and then hopefully open up the reds from there. That's a better attempt. I'm much more comfortable in potting the red on the cushion from that rather than the shot before. Still going to be a soft one though. Give the red every chance of going into the pocket as it has. And now it's black time. Play it soft for the red on the cushion. We're looking okay. Again, we've still got the problem. We've got to open up the reds.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
But we're on the black nicely. Let's see what sort of angle we can get. Hopefully, this will be good. Be a frame winning opportunity if it is. And that is a decent split. Opens up the reds. Again, a little bit awkward. But actually, that red has come to save us. I was going to play that one, but again, I'm quite happy with playing this straight into the middle pocket. Again, absolutely no risks involved with this. We're nearly at the winning line on this frame, but you don't want to take too many liberties. In these matches, you get your first frame on the board, and it can be really important. So, again, that's why we didn't take too much of a risk there. But actually, it's not been the best positional shot. So we're going to play on the blue, and then go for a potential long pot. The pink does obstruct things for a close range pot, so we were aiming for this red here anyway. So it's just going to be a longer range pot, but as you guys know, we're pretty accomplished at these, I would argue. Hit the two reds on the follow through, and hopefully we end up decently. Hit more than the two reds on the follow through. It wasn't the best shot in the world. So our save is going to have to come from up bulk. Bit of a hit and hope shot there, really. As this one will be to get position on a red. But we built up a good break so far. So hopefully there'll be something on one red.
He'll be happy with that. Top shot.
57.
And I think this red goes. It does. And we're starting to look good now for this frame.
He's aiming for the left corner here.
Red's there.
In it goes.
Great queuing there.
58.
Again, this is a little bit awkward for us. But we should manage. Can just follow through and try and play the long pot on the red on the cushion again.
Is critical here.
It's not been the best play so far, but we've managed to negotiate tricky shots and get round them, so we've been alright, even though our position's not been great.
This red required. Beautifully done.
So, good break that was, and barring snookers,
Real way through the
we're going to take the lead here.
64.
Be great to start with a ton, wouldn't it? Give us a bit of confidence in this match. I think the black obstructs here, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Pink also doesn't help, by the way. That's why there's a little bit of a lack of flexibility of what we can play with this shot. Because as you've probably just seen, if we play the straight screw back It's going to hit the pink, and of course that'll slow the cue ball down altogether. So we're going to go for something a bit more adventurous. We've whacked that blue, and that's not ended up too bad. That's absolutely fine.
He's looking very sharp here.
Now I was going to go for this red, but on second thoughts I'm going to go for this one.
He's lining this
Just
one
leave
up.
ourselves open to any of the three highest colours, whatever's the most comfortable.
7.
I'm quite happy with the black there, but black won't go on its spot, will it? It's a fairly crucial one to note. Put that in the middle of the two reds, as we have. So black will go on pink spot. Yeah, it will. So, pot the red.
He's tempted by this
It's not
red.
the most fluid approach, I agree, but it's served us okay at the moment, so whatever works, really. That's what I think.
78.
So, pot the black, it'll go back on the
To
pink
drop
spot.
into the centre pocket.
Then move the red off the black spot,
85.
and then go from there. We will need both reds to get a first frame century here. But we're looking good.
86.
Certainly not that poor form we've had in some of our matches where we've succumbed to 3-0 defeats. So I think we can have a little bit of faith that that's not going to be this sort of day.
Very tricky shot coming up.
Black's in the middle pocket.
What a top
And then we just
top
need a decent angle on this red on the cushion,
93.
which we certainly have. Breaker 93 at the moment, so
This is the
red
right corner.
and pink or black. And we've got a century, but it has to be said this is a little bit of an awkward shot. So we're going to take a bit of a leap of faith here and go for the red to the corner pocket, which is never an easy shot.
Well, I'm not surprised.
But with the
He's
pink,
taken a long pot
it'll
here.
be a century. And it is brilliant. What a brilliant break in this first frame. That's got to be a confidence builder.
100.
And that's got to make Dave Gilbert worry a little bit here. I ain't got any worries if this misses.
Colours remaining.
Great pot though
Unbelievable.
on the yellow. And we don't look like missing anything at the moment, but we can't get too confident, as always. Not perfect on this green, so it'll be a case of playing probably brown to middle pocket. But that's not the straightest either, so a little bit awkward here. Again, doesn't matter if it goes in.
It's brown.
Looks okay though. Great pot.
100.
So can we make the full clearance now? I think we can. That'll be a great start to our Coral Players Championship here, wouldn't it?
You'll need to strike the cue ball very true here.
Great pot on the blue.
Really aggressive potting there.
Set ourselves up pretty straight on the pink.
114.
This will be a great break to start us off. 120 with the pink. And with the black, it'll be a break of 127.
120.
And what a great start this will be. And the black's there, and we've potted every single ball on the table in this visit.
120.
What a great visit.
First frame.
And that is going to potentially worry David Gilbert a little bit.
So,
Just the statement we wanted to make in that first frame. Absolutely
Second
fantastic.
frame, David Gilbert to break.
We're making some nice centuries at the moment. Great stuff. And he's given us another half chance here. But I'm not going to take it on this time. Because I just feel that the AI try to get us in a little bit of a trap sometimes that we do succumb to. In that we play the one red and then haven't got position on anything else. So that red is very nicely tucked into the rest of the pack now. And it's just a case of playing another safety. Going to hit the yellow here. Which isn't going to detriment anything because there's no chance on a ball anyway. So it'd just be nicer for Gilbert to get it behind the the yellow and force the snooker. But this is going to be much more of a safety orientated frame. Purely because of what I decided to do with the red. But ultimately I'm not going to try and pop the red, miss it and then give Gilbert a chance. He's got to fight for it. But the reds are out in the open now, so he needs to get some sort of safety. It's a risky shot, that. And there's a certain chance here. It's a tricky one, but we're going to go for it. And it's there, great pot, but
You would have hoped for a better split there.
we have succumbed to it here. Succumbed to the silly pressure.
Half a chance here.
Going to play a shot to nothing on the black. Well, that wasn't the best. The only solace we can get there is that we have brought the ball back up to bulk.
Neil Robertson.
And there's no obvious chance here, to be fair. And he's just going to play a safety, so we have very much got away with that. He's going to hit the red. Well, Dave Gilbert.
I'm not sure.
Drawing real parallels to his World Grand Prix match in real life against the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. You know, he really started poorly, and that was his detriment in that match.
To sink this into the left corner.
And if we can get a run going here, it could well be he's failing in this second match.
Great technique, superb cueing.
1.
Well, I really thought when we made that mistake that David Gilbert was in with the Reds, but he played a safety, decided not to make a pot. I mean, we got away with the fact that there wasn't an obvious pot on, but he completely mucked up the safety by hitting the red. And now he's let us in for a second time. And as a player that's been on the receiving end of that so many times, it is really frustrating. But ultimately, we're not really bothered about what Dave Gilbert's feeling at the moment. We've just got to make the most of this opportunity that we've now been given. And try and go and win the frame. If we can get 2-0 up, gives us a great chance. And we're looking good here. You've just got it some days. It's very tricky to explain, but some days you've just got it. And today seems to be one of those days. Now what we're going to do is play the red, play the blue, and try and open up the reds, because we're only really teetering with position a bit awkwardly with the reds. I mean, the pink doesn't make it easy, but if we go for the straight black, what are the permutations out of that? Because we could play the straight black. It's certainly an option. I'd say it's a less risky option than the pink. And this red will go, so I think it might be worth playing that, although it will be at close quarters. So, risky shot. But we played it now going back.
20.
Not the best chance. So we're going to play this red here. That's a decent shot.
21.
And now, like the last frame, we've got a choice. Do we play the black? I think we do.
Pop this into the right corner.
It's there.
That's a
Not the
really
best
good
split in the world, but it's okay.
real opportunity.
It's certainly feasible for us to now go and win this frame in this opportunity. Queuing's going to be a little bit awkward here, so I think we might as well just hit it hard and get out of there. Although cannons with a lot of balls there didn't help our cause.
29.
Have we got a bulk chance? No, we haven't. Well, this could be a problem.
But be aware how important pace is for this shot.
Got to get it back up to bulk and hope for the best. And it's behind the green. That's good, but as you can see, there's a red on.
Well, he's left an opportunity here.
Neil Robertson, 29.
So, a poor shot from us. Tried to open up the reds, and it didn't work. And ultimately, it was all the way back to that shot on the black. That first shot on the black, we wondered whether to play it. We did. We took the risk.
8.
And maybe I should have gone with something a bit more conservative. The reds wouldn't have been opened.
9.
We'd have played a safety. and potentially gone 2-0 up. But if Dave Gilbert now takes this chance to make it 1 each, the match is completely wide open again. That's the way things go. You make decisions, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong. You can't beat yourself up about the wrong ones. Equally, you can't gloat about the right ones forever, because you will make a wrong decision at some point. It's all about risk, and sometimes doesn't come off.
22.
But that being said, it's not all over in this frame just yet. Although Dave Gilbert's looking pretty decent here, and with how the Reds are, it would take quite a disastrous mistake, I would say, to avoid him going and winning this frame.
29.
I can't see much of a problem with these Reds, to be honest. They're all fairly well positioned, no obstructions, so I mean, it looks good.
37.
This blue could be a potential issue if he gets it wrong, and he has, I think. Well, that's crucial. I saw that was going to be wrong straight away. And Dave Gilbert has given us a chance. It was awkward already playing for that blue. Had to be said, you know, I thought, maybe the wrong shot beforehand. Obviously, he'd only got the blue to play for, so the blue wasn't the wrong shot, because it was the only feasible colour to go for. But it was a tricky pot. He couldn't make the most of it. And now we've got to make the most out of Dave Gilbert's mistake. He leads very narrowly in this frame, but hopefully we can evaporate that lead. And with a colour here, we'll go back in the lead of this frame. We're going to play that blue that Dave Gilbert missed before, which is now a fairly easy pot. Nice and straight, screw back for the red. We're going to screw back past the red and try and put it in the middle pocket. And then onto the colours, and it's a battle of whoever gets the colours will win the frame. And this could be a massive turning point in the match. As I've said, that one with Dave before was a massive turning point. Missing that blue. And if he'd have gone and won the frame from that opportunity again, it would have been a massive turning point. But we've played for the brown here just to give ourselves the best position on the yellow, because we will need the colours here. So I'd rather do it right first time than force any sort of safety battle. Give David Gilbert any sort of chance. But we're 9 ahead. 27 left. We'll be 11 ahead with 25 remaining. But let's focus on this ball by ball. Not the best position on the green.
18.
And all of a sudden this ball to the middle matters a lot, rather than the one that didn't really matter before because we won the frame with the brown. But I'm happy with that. Looks okay, but these middle pockets are very unforgiving. And it's there. Great pot.
Well, an excellent pot.
We're 14 ahead. And all we need is the brown.
Lining up the brown.
Yes, if he gets blue, pink and black, he can tie. But if we get the blue, he's got to get a snooker. And we're certainly not going to let him do that.
So,
Not the easiest pot on the blue, but we're usually pretty good at these. And it... Ooh, well.
Neil Robertson.
Well. We've missed the blue. Should we just not have gone for... Well, what's he done there?
Fortunate there, not what he was intending.
I don't think he was intending that, quite right. That is a very intriguing shot. We've got it away. I mean, you know, he can pot the blue. I'm quite happy to take this to a tie, because I think in a battle for the black, I think we can win it. But this is an interesting frame now. It really is. We should have just potted the black really, the blue really, and just called it a day. But he's tried for the snooker there. Failed. And let's see if he can get a snooker out of this. It doesn't look like he wants to go for a tie here.
Well, he's aiming to
Jesus Christ, it's the right racket out there. I don't know if you guys can hear it. But he's missed the pink. Again, don't know if it's intentional or not. But we're absolutely going to go and try and pop the pink. We only need the pink, so no need to position ourselves to the black. Just avoid a foul, that's the main thing. I don't blame Dave Gilbert here. Again, a silly decision made by us just out of greed. You know, we wanted to position ourselves for the pink. That's why we played the shot a little bit harder on the blue. And if we'd have played that a bit softer, you know, we'd have potted it. But these things happen, so I'm not going to get too worked up about that. Where's this cue ball? It's okay. If he wants to play for a tie, this would be the sort of shot he'd surely be wanting to play. But as you can see, clearly from that, he's not interested. And that was a pretty poor attempt. So, just a long pot on this pink. And despite Dave Gilbert's efforts, we take a 2-0 lead.
6.
Just play the black. Again, we weren't bothered about potting it. And Dave Gilbert won't come back to the table. Now, of course, 19 ahead, 7 remaining. It's impossible.
Neil Robertson, 6.
And we take, although a much more scrappy frame that time. Dave Gilbert, we got in, Dave Gilbert got in, we got back in. And it was a very scrappy frame. But ultimately, we're the victor. And just one away now from getting through to the second round in the last 8. That's not the best of break-offs. But I think the blue does hinder him. Position for the red, it does. I have to say, though, this could be a poor shot. Can we get to that red? Not quite, so he gets away with that, but he's not going to get away with not leaving this red. Just going to check it passes the other one. Yep, there's room there.
Fancies this red.
Got to get this right in terms of power.
And he's missed it.
Well, that's a turn up for the book. I didn't expect that. We missed it. To be quite honest, I was quite cocky there. I was just looking at the cue ball. So to see those 2 reds go, I was like, what's happened there? But look at this cue ball. He's got away with it. Just hits the jaw of the middle pocket. It's just the 1 red on here. So to be fair, we're not giving him much of a chance. And well, he's missed the yellow. So that just sums up Dave Gilbert's day today so far. So we'll take this 1 red. Attempt to take the black and then see what happens.
1.
This is a risky one, but the black's there.
Not quite the split he wanted.
Not a great split, but again, workable.
8.
Have to find a tight pot somewhere. It's going to have to be a middle pocket one, and I think this one is probably the best chance. To the right middle. Again, we want to play this nice and soft. He's got a good chance. And it's there. Good pot.
What a magnificent pot.
Superb.
And if we can negotiate a tricky shot here, then we've certainly got a chance. Going to play this yellow.
Yes, he's taking the pot on.
Narrow pots, but hopefully we've got our angles right. As long as it's got the power, that looks very good. And it's there.
11.
It's just going to be a case of a few awkward shots here to get out of the current situation.
So the long red to the corner pocket.
That's a nice clean red.
Excellent cueing.
12.
I think we play the blue here and we can certainly get on a red and things start to become a little bit easier. And there's at least 5 reds here that are open, so we've got a good chance to at least establish a semi-decent break. Not necessarily do it in this visit, but build a good lead, maybe play a good safety, and then make sure that Dave Gilbert doesn't have a scoring opportunity. That has to be the aim here. So, play for the blue again. Again, we could play for the black, but I'm a bit more confident with the blue in terms of scoring chances, so I'm better going with something I'm confident and comfortable with, personally.
24.
Good pot on the blue.
29.
Angle's not the best on this, actually.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
But it's there, good pot.
Excellent shot.
He's playing very well.
Don't want to
here.
get caught up behind the blue. Looks like we have, though. No, we've just passed it. We got away with that. We got caught up behind the blue. Make things a lot trickier, but we can play for the green. Again, not the best of breaks so far in terms of cleanness. But we're doing just okay at the moment. But that hit on the yellow might just finish it all off. Apart from the blue, none of the balls in their natural position. So, just a safety here. Back up the table. Don't hit the jaw. That's it. That looks okay to me. That will do. Now he can try and take on a long pot.
Robertson.
But if he misses it, that could be his last shot of the game. And that can just be something that makes me a little bit worried. But he's picked out a red. Played a safety on it. And he's kept it safe. He has. But he's not kept this red safe. And I think given the fact we're 2-0 up, I mean, it's worth going for.
He's taking it on.
That's a great pot. Brilliant.
Great cue ball control. Excellent position.
1.
So ultimately, we need to prevent Dave Gilbert now coming back to the table.
Middle pocket.
Hitting the pink won't be the worst thing ever here. That's a good hit on the pink.
6.
And now we can talk about potentially doing it in this visit. Been a very strong game for us so far. This is just the form we need
7.
to go up against the best. Now don't worry, I'm not going for the red to the corner pocket, because that might look like what we are playing, but I appreciate the black's going to go there, so we are playing for the red to the middle, which isn't the straightest shot in the world, but I think we're all right on it. We're going to try and open up this sea of free reds as well here. Hang on, we could just have a save yet. We don't. We've missed that red to the middle, and I did think about that while playing. I thought, should we have really took that risk? Possibly not, but that's just my aggressive nature. And I thought we'd have a savey with that red. I thought it was going to go, but it didn't. So David Gilbert, he's going to have a chance here, much like the previous frame. But crucially this time, can he finish it off? Because in the last frame, he really didn't.
8.
So he's 38 points behind. There's 5 reds on the table. If he can get those, he'll be in the driving seat. And this could be the start. This could be a catalyst. Really could. Could be the start of something here for Dave Gilbert. If he comes back in this frame, he's just got to win 2-0 in the next 2 frames and he's through to the next round. Well, that does seem a long way away from here. But something that can very easily happen. Something we've done to players before. Something that players have done to us before. So we know what it's like to be on both sides of that coin.
Nicely positioned for the red.
16. 17.
If he keeps getting blacks, that's not going to help us out particularly. A little bit tighter in terms of position now with these reds after this black. He's taking a lot of time to think about this. He's going to play the black. That's a good position on the red.
24.
Makes one less obstacle. But if he plays for the black after that, I'll be interested in what sort of position he'll get here. I think he's going to just have to go for a hit and hope with some top. Yeah, he is. And that's a great position. Very well controlled to get on that red there. Never doubted he was a good player. But this is good stuff from Dave Gilbert. Again, going to go for the black. You'd think he'd just follow through and play a little tap into the middle pocket.
Can't see any problems here.
But no, fair enough to him. He's going to go for that one to the bottom pocket. I just haven't got that sort of precision, I'll admit. But that's a great pot. Great confidence.
41.
And now onto the colours. So he's 5 behind. This brown will leave him just the 1 behind with 27 remaining. So it's very tight, very even.
Yellow is
And
on.
if he cleans up here,
45.
we'll have to play a 4 frame.
Really impressive.
Yes.
It's going to be a good fight back from Dave Gilbert. If he does it.
47. 50.
So, brown,
54.
he gets the blue.
This
We'd need pink and black to tie.
59.
Just the pink ball now.
And he's got the pink.
65.
And well, we're not going to win this in straight frames. We gave Dave Gilbert a chance, and by far his best snooker of the game. A break of 72 will give him a bit of confidence. And it's back to just a 1 frame advantage.
Under frame, David Gilbert.
and now the frame is his.
Thank you, the 4th frame.
We've still got to play with that same aggression we did before. You know, we're still on the front foot. It's not the best break-off ever from Dave Gilbert. It's not, is it?
Looking to play this with a lot of power. Really nice opening red.
If you want to get out somewhere, you have to give him a good whack. And that's exactly what we did there. I mean, even at 98%, even with the hardest cue ball we could play, we've only just got out. And albeit we've got a tricky shot now.
He's going for it.
But a good yellow.
That's a top shot.
That's a good yellow.
Played.
Top shot.
He couldn't have played that any better. Superb.
But even though we gave those a whack, it has to be said that this isn't the best chance in the world.
He's looking to pop this into the right corner.
Albeit, if the chance was given to Dave Gilbert, I'd be a little bit worried.
Full of confidence at the moment.
4.
But this could just be a good chance on the pink to open up the reds, albeit only hit them sort of on the edge. Can't get a really angle if we hit them in the middle. It's a good part on the pink though.
Split is not bad at all. Great opportunity.
10.
Good pot. And that's nicely there for the black.
11.
Got a little bit of a tricky one here. Just nod this through for one on the corner. Play either red here.
18.
Very light tap though on this red. Easy does it. Good pot. We're back there for the black, and because that obstruction's gone, that makes things a little bit easier. We're going to play through for the reds here, give this a good almighty whack. And if that goes right, it looks like it has gone pretty decently. We've got a chance, but look at that. Wow. That's unfortunate.
26.
That's really unfortunate. And we're not quite touching ball. We've got a real problem here. Really have. Place a little bit aside and hope it works. But it hasn't. Far too hard. And well, we've given Dave Gilbert another chance here.
He'll be irritated with himself there. He's handed his opponent.
Very. We should have just played that soft and played for the red, but again we've been greedy. And I said we had to play with the same aggression. I'm not sure that statement's quite right now. Ultimately, however we play, we shouldn't give him a chance to bring this back to 2 each. But that's exactly what he's got now.
4.
And if Dave Gilbert ends up winning this match, I'm going to be absolutely kicking myself.
Well played.
11.
Well, that's fair to say. If this goes to 2-2, we've not been bad in one-frame shootouts over the last few games. Only a 7 out of 7 record, but a completely different type of snooker, the shootout. I really enjoyed that tournament, as I am enjoying coming back to
17.
this sort of snooker. But my enjoyment could be taken out a little bit if Dave Gilbert ends up being the victor today. But let's make sure that doesn't happen. But he's looking pretty decent in this frame. Only a break of 18. But that will grow. 7 reds left, a few in the open, a few awkward ones, so he's got to make opportunities for himself. Well, 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 well. That's a shot you would not expect a player to miss. Miss the black. It's a bit of a shocker there. Really was. And now it's our chance again all of a sudden.
1.
Had to hit the black with that, couldn't do too much about it. So again, we're not doing this the easy way. We're really not doing this the easy way at all.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket.
But stay on the table, pot the balls, play safety if we need to.
Great cueing.
And hopefully, this should be end of the worry. Doesn't help that these balls are very awkward.
A little bit more tricky than he would have liked.
Is the pink okay? Don't think it is. No, it will go. Okay.
So, this pot into the right corner.
It's on target. Good shot.
Great shot.
Wonderful shot.
11.
Follow through now for the Reds. We just about get away with that, I think.
12.
And this would be a pretty confident one to take on, and we are. But if we miss it, Dave Gilbert's got a chance. It's a big shot to take on. One we could regret, one we could really love, but it's there. And that's the sort of confidence you need sometimes. You can get badly wrong, but that certainly didn't, and it's a good shot. So, just play through for the black.
Nicely positioned.
Or maybe not.
20.
But ultimately, if we play the pink... Nice voice break there, by the way. If we play for the pink, we haven't really got a chance of getting on a red, so... Play the black. It's awkward. I never like these sort of shots. We haven't done the worst out of that. It's pretty good, actually.
27.
Given I'm pretty crap at those shots, usually. We've got a lead of 35 here, though. Another red and a black will take it to 43.
Right centre pocket.
That then means that Dave Gilbert will only be able to tie, but we still need 2 balls here. That's not so clean.
35.
We can't even take on the long pot because it won't go past the blue, will it? No, it won't. Ooh, okay. Right. Safety time then in that case. I really can't see Dave Gilbert taking the red on the cushion on from up there. And we're right on the cushion, so great shot.
Neil Robertson, 35.
So we've 43 back with 43 remaining. Sorry, it was we did only need the black, not the red. Of course. So we can only tie now. Obviously barring snookers. But we're going to go for this. Go for this red. Again, I don't see any harm in giving it a go. Just the red required though if it is on target. Looks okay. Great pot. Absolutely fantastic.
That should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
Well,
1.
It does usually, but this pink will definitely confirm it.
Beauty.
7.
And it's been a bit of a bumpy road today. A few mistakes made, not the best match, but a great century in the first frame. And some signs of some solid snooker played. Really has been. As I said, not our best match, but it's been quite alright. So we're just going to follow through off the black and play safety on the yellow and then call it a day. Not bothered about cleaning up here. We've got through this match. That's the main thing.
50.
In fact, let's just go for it. Let's go for a tricky pot on this yellow.
Table now.
Good pot. Let's go for a clearance now. Why not? It's a bit of practice.
17.
Although that's a pretty rubbish shot for the green. But again, we'll still go for it. No harm in giving it a whirl.
Coming up.
Good pot.
Outstanding pot. It's right out of the top drawer.
Very much off centre for the brown now.
20.
He's going for the left corner pocket.
Well, we've missed that brown. Hang on. Hang on. Haha, we've done the double. Brilliant.
Wow.
Or was it even the triple? I don't know. I think it hit off 2 cushions there. But there's always a chance when you've mucked it up into that pocket that it can come back into the middle. And that's exactly what it did there. A bit of luck. That's up to our day. A bit of luck, but some very good play as well.
29.
Should be a fairly straightforward pink and black.
His line
And with
is
that,
to the
we'll
top.
knock out Dave Gilbert and get through to the last 8 of this tournament. Just what we needed. Another crash down to earth, another last 16 exit was really not what we needed. But I think apart from whatever tournament it was that we got to, I think we got to a quarter-final.
And match.
I think this is the furthest we've got to in a ranking tournament in terms of stages to the quarter-final. Or at least the equal. Apart from the shootout this year. But as you can see, on points we dominated him. There were a few close frames in there. But in that 4th frame we did well. Did really well. And we have overcome Dave Gilbert in the first round. And we move on now to the final 8, the quarter-final. So who will be the opponent in Wednesday's episode? Let's find out right now. Good break of 127 in that first frame. And a few scrappy frames. And it's Judd Trump in the quarter-final. A big match in the quarter-final to take on. We've got a fairly decent record against Judd Trump. A player that we've played against a lot of times. We did beat him in the Masters. 4 frames to 0. To get to the final. We've also beaten him in a few tournaments. We lost against him in the Oppo International Championship final in Season 1. So we've got plenty of history against Judd Trump. But I will start by talking about the history against Judd Trump at the start of next episode. So don't miss that. Should be a great match. Trump against Robertson. And if we overcome Trump, we've got a great chance in this tournament. We get through to the semi-final. But already event earnings of 15,000. This will give us 30,000. And we'll hopefully at least jump up above Luca Brissell. But with a good run in this tournament, again, potentially, if we win it, I don't know what the prize fund is. I can't quite remember. Let's say it's 100. Let's arguably say, in fact, let's say it's 80. You know, if we can get 80, even if Lazowski and Kyron Wilson have both got through to this quarter-final stage and gotten £15,000 in prize money, if we get 80, we're pretty much level with both of them. So this is a massive tournament, really is at the moment. And if we beat Judd Trump in the next episode, we have got a real chance. And that's all the more reason to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for all your notifications, either on occasional videos or on every single video on the channel. We are doing this series on a Monday, Wednesday and a Saturday, as well as the Rugby 20 series as well, 3 times a week. So if you're interested in your rugby, it's definitely worth subscribing to the channel for that as well. But if you enjoyed that, make sure to please leave a like down below. It really helps me and the channel out. Comment down below your thoughts as well. And as I said, just subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. Apart from that, that's it from me today. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys for the matchup against the Juggernaut on Wednesday. Goodbye for now.